Happy New Year. It's Sunday the 5th of January. 3 weeks down, just 23 weeks to go. Another good week, found it really easy. Haven't had any problems. Obviously I'm still eating around 4,000 calories, so hunger isn't an issue at the minute. Macros have stayed the same as last week. Weight loss has been going well, so we ain't really any need to change that. We'll see what happens in the future weeks. I weighed in at 105.5 this morning. That's 0.7 kilos down from last week, or about £1.5 pounds, so we're on target there. And now on to what happened this week. Obviously it's been New Year, had a really good night, thought I might struggle, not drinking when everyone else was, but there were no issue there. Luckily all my mates don't try and force it down me, so yeah, that was good. I took a picture of all the guys I were with. Yeah, so that was a really good night. I had bought a camera this week, a new camera, hopefully, so I can get some good footage. It's supposed to arrive on Friday, but it's now not arriving until Monday. So this weekend I was planning on filming a few things for this vlog, but also I'm planning on doing a cooking show. A fair few people have been asking me what kind of things they can eat. I'm going to start off with something like pizza and chips. It's going to be a healthy version that takes 5 minutes, something that you fancy a treat but you don't want to binge on something really unhealthy, and this is a quick and easy way. Also, it's something that you can freeze and just get out whenever you need it. So we'll be doing that. There's also a deadlifting technique video that I'm going to put up. I still haven't filmed that yet. Once I get my new camera I'll get that filmed. It's going to be a step-by-step of how to deadlift, how to do it safely, and obviously by doing it more effectively you're going to be able to lift a lot more. Combined with that, grip strength can be an issue for a lot of people. I don't like using straps in the gym, so I'm going to put a grip strength video that will show you how to improve it so that you won't have to use straps. So what is a refeed? Basically, a refeed is a day where you get to eat more calories. It's different to a cheat day or a cheat meal where you can eat whatever you want for that meal or for that whole day. Basically, you stay on your diet, but you're just allowed to eat a little bit more. For me, that means my carbohydrates go from 500 to 600. Protein stays the same on 250 and fats stay the same on 90. What this does is, because you've been in a deficit all week, losing that weight, you've been on less calories than what your body needs. It just gives you your body that boost of energy, so the next week you can go again. It's also mentally, it allows you to eat a bit more, so you feel a little bit better. Your workout's going to be better because you've had that food. So all around, it's just to keep your training optimal. You've also got the fact that because your body is running in a deficit, your metabolism is being reduced all the time. So your metabolism is just like how much your body burns. When you're getting lower calories, your body adapts to that and starts to burn less and less calories to do what you're doing. So by putting in a day where you're giving it more, it then knows it's getting more food, so it burns more calories, so then the week to come it's more likely to burn more calories. I'll just describe to you a little bit about my diet, which is iifym, which is basically if it fits your macros. What this states is that any food you eat can be broken down into how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs, and how many grams of fats it contains. So if for each of them you give yourself a daily total and you eat whatever to hit that total. The downside with this is people can use it to just eat junk food all the time. You can just eat rubbish and still hit your total. So you've got to put in a few more guidelines that make it a bit more acceptable. So basically, your fibre intake, fibre you get from all kinds of anything that's basically brown bread, your brown rice, brown pasta, oats, things like that. Fibre helps with your digestive system, so it's really important. Basically, I have a minimum of 45 grams a day that I have to get on that, and then you should put, obviously with it fit your macros, you wouldn't have to eat any fruit or vegetables, so you also need to put in a rule that for me, I try and eat at least 4 of each. Normally fruit I'll probably have 3, and my vegetables I'll go up to 5. So as long as you've got these rules in place, you're then going to be okay. Because if you think of anything that's white, or your white bread and white potatoes, basically the reason people say they're bad is because your body, when you eat them, your body has to use some of its resources to then process them, because they've had all this nutrients taken out of them. Whereas your brown, they've already got them in. So even though you're breaking them down, you're also getting them nutrients from them as well. So with this, you need to make sure that you're getting all your minerals in. So by taking a multivitamin, by making sure you're eating healthy, making sure you are eating some brown things, all your veg, your fruits, this is going to make sure you've got all the vitamins and minerals you need in your body, and that's why If It Fits Your Macros can work. The other reason that I like If It Fits Your Macros is because I used to be one of these guys that used to eat clean all the time. All I'd eat was chicken, rice and veg, and it just isn't an enjoyable lifestyle. If you can eat some of these, either what you call more unhealthy things or just a bigger variety, you just get to enjoy yourself so much more. You can normally, if you're not on a cut, you can go out, you can eat out, you just calculate what's in it, you still hit your goals, and you get to live a life. Because just because you're bodybuilding, you shouldn't have to give up everything else for it. If you get the same results by eating a variety or just eating your chicken and rice, then you should go for the variety. It just makes life so much better. And I ate clean for about 2 years. It was a struggle every single day. I'd have to force food. I didn't want to eat down my neck all the time. Whereas now, I still eat chicken and rice because it's a healthy meal. It's cheap to make. But I don't mind eating it because I eat everything else that I want at the same time. Now, I'm on a cut at the minute, so that means I need to know exactly what's in things. So I have to really make everything from scratch, just so I can weigh each individual item. But if you're not on a cut, if you're bulking or you're just trying to lose weight in general, you don't need to know exactly what's in it. If you have a rough idea of how many calories are in it, the breakdown of protein, carbs and fats, then you can eat it. You can look at it, see, oh, that's not going to be too bad for me, that's going to fit in, and eat it. It means that when you're eating these, whatever you're eating, you don't feel bad about eating it. There was so often that if I had something unhealthy, I would either end up binging for the entire day because once I started, I just couldn't stop, and I denied myself so much all the time, and I just feel so bad about eating it. Whereas now I have something that's not chicken, rice and veg, and there's no guilt in that, so it just makes the lifestyle so much better. I know I've given you a lot of information today, so I'll end it there. Just wrap up. Next week I'm on a deload. I'll be talking through that. To give you a rough idea what I'll be talking about, it's a week where you do a bit less. You're still training, but you do a bit less just for recuperation. So we'll be talking about that. Hopefully I'll have my camera. I'll put some footage that's not just sat in this room. And also, as I said, there'll be the first cooking show up and 2 technique videos. So hope you enjoyed, guys, and I'll catch you next week.